PetSmart is a retail chain of pet superstores that opened in 1986. Thank you for your suggestion.
Smart is having an adoption center that saved over 2 million pets, having food for every stage of life, and having dog training taught by accredited instructors. Everywhere you turn in PetSmart, you'll find smart solutions, from better services to a superior selection. Now, Smart is saving on hundreds of items store-wide with the Pet Perks Savings Card. So stop in, sign up, and save instantly. Only at PetSmart.
Founded in 1986 by Jim and Janice Doherty, the company opened its first 2 stores in 1987 in Phoenix, Arizona. It was 1980 when, at the invitation of a feed manufacturer, Jim Doherty and his wife Janice took a chance, moved to Las Vegas, and opened a humble retail store for pet food. An unusual enterprise at the time when pet food was mostly sold at supermarkets. The opportunity did not come without major obstacles. The building was on a dead-end street behind a lumberyard with no storefront. Undeterred by these shortcomings, Doherty transformed the empty warehouse and pet food supermart opened for business in 1980. It became a profitable enterprise. That success resulted in the expansion of the store, now known as Pet Food Warehouse, to Phoenix, Arizona. Doherty and his wife settled in Phoenix and opened a third pet food warehouse, which was an instant success. Doherty realized the opportunities in Las Vegas and Phoenix. The Dohertys added a business partner, Ford Smith, and the expansion of the pet food stores was underway. The company added stores in Arizona and branched out to Texas and Colorado. The name was officially changed to PetSmart in 1989. Along with expanding around the country, began a long-term shift away from visually unappealing discount warehouse stores to attractive stores that sold pet food and supplies and offered services such as grooming, adoption events, and vet visits. By 1989, Pet Food Warehouse was not yet profitable, and the board of investors removed the Dohertys from control of the company, retaining them as consultants, and in March of 1989, hired retail veteran Samuel J. Parker as president and CEO in their place. Under Parker's direction that year, the company changed its name to PetSmart. Pet grooming services began to be offered in some stores, and departments for birds, fish, and small pets were added. In 1990, mobile vet clinics were brought to stores to administer vaccinations. Parker also redesigned stores to be more inviting, covering cement floors with tiles, widening and brightening aisles, and adding pet accessories and supplies. Parker also led the expansion into new markets in the Southwest and California, and in 1992, PetSmart opened its 50th store and registered a profit for the first time. In-house grooming centers, veterinary clinics, and pet adoption centers began to be included in stores to create a one-stop pet store for services and supplies. And in 1992, PetSmart introduced its own private label premium and value brands of cat and dog foods. In-store obedience training was also offered. By the early 1990s, the original stores were renovated and some of the warehouse features were eliminated in favor of a more appealing design. New stores opened annually, with 41 stores opening in 1993 alone, and the company operated in states stretching from Georgia to Utah. In order to implement this plan for sustained growth, the company made an initial public offering of stock in 1993. PetSmart blossomed into a bona fide moneymaker, operating over 100 stores in 19 states. The company's ambitious growth strategy no longer relied on single-store expansion. The company began acquiring other retail chains. In 1994, Petaz, a Midwestern retailer with stores in 5 states, became the first major acquisition, with others soon to follow. Pet Stuff Inc., the pet food giant, Sporting Dog Specialties Inc., and State Line Tack became part of the PetSmart brand. After opening nearly 300 stores in the United States in 1996, the company expanded to Canada. It also bought and renamed a pet store chain in the UK, but the overpriced merchandise was a failure financially and operationally, and PetSmart sold the UK chain at a substantial loss to another pet store company in the UK in late 1999. Do you remember the spectacular failure of Pets.com in the .com era? The PetSmart.com folks acquired that name as well as Hamster.com in 2000 for undisclosed terms. By 2002, the company had fully integrated into its in-store, online, and catalog sales. PetSmart would open an average of 100 new stores per year from 2002 through 2009. In 2005, the company changed its name to PetSmart and refocused its branding on pet parents who consider their pets as part of their families, differentiating itself by emphasizing its channel-exclusive brands and its in-store services such as grooming, dog training, daycare and boarding, veterinary care, and adoption centers. The rebranding emphasized the company's focus on being a pet care company, which provided services as well as numerous specialty products, rather than simply being a big box discount mart. A new store format, including revamped signage and displays, easier navigation, and in-store pet training services, accompanied the change in focus. PetSmart tightened its focus further in 2007 by exiting its equine business. By 2008, PetSmart had 1,000 stores in the United States and Canada. By the mid to late 2000s, PetSmart was beginning to experience significant competition from Amazon, Walmart, and Target. Walmart had entered heavily into the pet supplies market and was also beginning to offer services such as grooming. Grooming? Even though I never saw a Walmart grooming center, the company's direct competitor is Petco. In 2010, PetSmart began to launch a series of exclusive products based on partnerships with high-profile entities like GNC and Martha Stewart, leading to GNC Pets and Martha Stewart Pet lines. There was also followed by other exclusive product partnerships, including with Bret Michaels, Toys R Us, Marvel Comics, and Tommy Bahama, and in 2017, with Ellen DeGeneres. Although it continued to differentiate itself by stressing and broadening its in-store services such as boarding, grooming, dog training, and veterinary care, by 2014, with the increasing competition from online e-tailers, PetSmart's profits began to slide, prompting activist investors to call for a buyout of the company beginning in mid-2014. The winner in the bidding war was a consortium of private equity investors led by BC Partners, which completed a leveraged buyout of PetSmart for $8.7 billion in March of 2015. The company ceased trading on the NASDAQ. The new owners changed upper management, strategically shifted pricing, recalculated inventory shipping, reduced expenses, and improved profit margins. This overhaul led to an initial increase in profitability, followed by declining sales in PetSmart's brick-and-mortar stores due to online competition. To combat this, PetSmart purchased the still unprofitable yet popular pet e-commerce site Chewy as a largely independent subsidiary in May of 2017 for $3.3 billion. At this point, PetSmart had over $8 billion in debt. In June of 2018, PetSmart transferred 20% stake in Chewy to its BC Partners-led parent holding company and also transferred 16.5% holding in Chewy to a wholly owned unrestricted subsidiary of PetSmart. These transactions kept a substantial portion of Chewy out of the reach of PetSmart's creditors. Chewy went public in an IPO in June of 2019. PetSmart used the proceeds of the IPO to pay down some of its debt. Chewy remains an independent subsidiary of PetSmart, and PetSmart is its majority owner. Today, PetSmart has over 1,600 locations, employing over 56,000 employees, and revenues upward of $7 billion. Thank you for watching. If you like this content, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Thanks.